Good afternoon. Can I speak to James McGill, please? Hi, James. My name's Colin. I'm phoning from Payday UK. I'm phoning in regards to debts owed by Mark Super.
Right.
He's gave us this address at 23 John Street, Hamilton. Is that correct?
Yeah, well, that's where I live. That's not where he lives.
Okay, well, it's just that with Mark Super, the address he gave us was this address, and the guarantor he gave us was yourself, James McGill. Is that correct?
And what, in relation to what date?
Well, we've been sending out several letters for the last 3 months, and there's now an outstanding debt with interest that's accumulated to £3,620. And with you being the guarantor, I'm afraid that you're going to have to pay for this debt.
I'm not paying for that debt. What's the debt in relation to?
It's just outstanding debts that he's been taken from Payday UK, I'm afraid, sir.
Payday UK? What's that?
It's just a debt company. Well, you get loans, smaller interest that we can afford to give to people. And Mark Super has accumulated, it was only originally 2,000, but with the last 3 months with no one answering back to their letters, I'm afraid that it's accumulated to, as I said, £3,620.
And how can I be a guarantor for it if I've not signed anything?
Well, actually, we've actually, in front of me, I've got a sheet that's got your name, address, and it's got your signature on it.
Well, no, it's not got my signature on it because I never signed that, so I'm not accepting that.
Okay, well, you don't have to raise your voice to me, sir.
I never raised my voice, I just said I'm not accepting
okay,
that.
no,
I said I never signed any documentation. I've just stood here and asked you what Payday UK was. I didn't even know what he did as a company, so the fact that he did stay with me at some point, but I'm not been a guarantor for any such thing. I can't accept that you can then turn around and try and charge me £3,000 for something that I've never signed.
Well, £3,620 actually.
Sorry?
£3,620 actually.
Yeah, okay. I'm not going to pay that either, so it's not something that I can... The guy's actually in my house at the moment. Would you like to speak to him?
You're with Mark just now?
Yes.
Oh, perfect.
Sorry.
Yes, if you could do that, please, James McGill.
Right, give me a wee sec. Super. I've got a company in here on the phone saying that I'm a guarantor for you, and I owe them £3,600 because of your debt. You want to speak to him? Hello?
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 Hello, is that Mark?
Who's that?
This is Colin from Payday UK.
Hi, who?
Colin from Payday UK. Well, the thing is, we should be asking you where you've been.
Right, pardon me?
Well, with the Payday UK, you've been taking out debts with us. You took out £2,000 3 months ago. And now your outstanding debt with interest has come to £3,620. We've sent many letters.
I took out what date when, sorry?
You took out a loan 3 months ago.
3 months ago?
Yeah, with Payday UK. It was a small interest loan, but it's now accumulated with interest and non-repayments. And we've been sending many letters out to the house.
What company? And how did you get this telephone number incidentally?
Well, this is the number that you gave us along with the contract, along with 23 John Street, Hamilton. Is that correct?
Right, that's great. Is there any way I can speak to someone then with regard to putting a payment plan? Who are you calling from, sorry?
This is Payday UK.
Payday UK?
It's basically a pay monthly scheme.
Well, can I give you the correct telephone number so that you call me on that telephone number?
Well, this is just the number because... Yes, yes. If you can do that, please, Mark, that would be great.
Yeah,
0783
44
44
55
55
411. This is incorrect. That's an incorrect number.
Okay, this is just the number that we had on the signed sheet as James McGill was one of your guarantors.
Right.
But if this is going to be...
I didn't put a guarantor. The UK.
Sorry, you don't have to raise your voice to me, sir. Please don't raise your voice to me.
I didn't raise my voice. Who were the company that, or how much was the loan taken for?
The Payday, well, it was with Payday UK, which came to £2,000, which you originally took out back in, let me just check, it was the end of December, so I'm guessing it must have been Christmas money for Christmas presents.
That's not true. That's not true. I definitely, 100% did not take a loan for £2,000 in December.
Well, tell you what, Mark, we'll phone you back on this other number. I'll just go sort through some paperwork, but it's as it states here.
No. I 100% did not take a £2,000 loan.
Well, the only problem... Mark, the only problem we've got at the moment is because the interest it's exceeded our amount. Well, unfortunately, if the payment is not made by 6 o'clock today, then we're going to have to send the bailiffs round on Monday and take the worth of £3,620 away from your property.
You don't have my address anymore. That's not the correct address, but can you...
We will find you. We will find you.
Can you send me some form of email or something like that, because I don't actually understand what's going on here, to be honest.
Okay, well, can I take your email, please, sir?
Yeah, it's marksuper@AOL.
Are you Mark with a C or with a K? Sorry.
With a K.
With a K. Mark?
Super@AOL.com.
At AOL.com. Okay. Well, like I said, I'll go speak to my managers. We'll sort through some paperwork, but we'll get back to you before 6 o'clock, because 6 o'clock is the final cut-off. If
I'm
not,
not paying any money today, sorry. I don't even know who you are. I don't know how you got this number, and I don't know anything. I know nothing of a £2,000 loan. I have absolutely, categorically not taken a £2,000 loan anywhere.
Okay, if you could just calm down, please, sir.
Perfectly calm.
Okay, well, tell you what, I'll phone you back as soon as possible then, Mr. Super.
I'm perfectly calm. I don't know how you would have got this number.
This was the number on the contract.
Payday UK.
Payday UK, yes.
Can you send me this contract?
Yes, I'll send it to Mark with a K, super@AOL.com.
Please do.
Yes, okay. I'll phone you back as soon as possible.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.